Sally, are you doing this or mine?
Sure. Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to Heart to Heart. I'm Sally Reyes, Sergeant at Arms, and this is not exactly our regular Saturday, but I'm thrilled to join you in our competition. And would you please take out your phone and set it to silence and help me welcome Jeannie Alford as our president and present today. Jeannie, are you there?
I am here. And before we do any spotlighting, if you've got a role and you need to watch the timer, if you're an evaluator for the contest or if you're a speaker, please grab Karina's screen. Karina Aragon is our timer. And I'd like you to grab her screen and drag it to the upper top left corner of your screen. That way, when we go into the spotlight mode, you'll be able to still see the timer. That's
She's
one
not
way.
on my screen. How do we do that?
She just popped on the bottom of mine, so there she is. Do you see her, Sally? She's got the blue background that says timer. She's waving her hands.
Is that Deb? Is it Deb?
No,
No,
it's
Karina.
Karina.
No, I don't have her.
Maybe at the little top, do gallery view, and then you'll see me.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how to drag you where I can see you. How do I drag it?
You put your mouse on her picture
Uh-huh.
and then literally drag it somewhere else.
Okay, so here's a little trick for you to know if you get desperate, because I noticed that she just moved from where I moved her to, and I don't know where she is now, is you can always go into gallery view and then you'll see her.
I moved me to the top. I wonder if that worked.
you're in
It
the top
doesn't
of
work for
mine.
everybody's for everybody's screen, which is why I'm suggesting that if you're an evaluator or a speaker,
Hi, Dad.
you drag it to the top.
Well,
It's a Mercury retrograde speech contest. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, you weren't here in the big group when we were talking about it. We missed you.
And Sally, do you know how to make it into gallery view?
no.
Okay, so on the top right of your screen, there's a little grid and it says view.
Yes.
If you click on that, there will be a pull down menu and you can click on gallery.
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
sometimes it swaps back to speaker view when somebody gets pinned. So you go back and reassign gallery to it. That way you'll be able to see our lovely Karina.
Okay. I didn't have any. I couldn't drag it before, but we'll try to drag it again. No.
Okay.
It's easier to drag it in gallery view, and then you actually drag it there and just pull it up.
What do you hit to get it to move?
You
You just put your
hit the mouse.
cursor on it and click on it and move it just like you would move anything else.
Click it and then move the mouse. So you're holding,
wouldn't
click and
guess that,
hold
but
and move.
It's not happening.
Okay.
Nope. Well, as
Well,
long as you're in gallery view, you should be fine.
I'm not going to leave it in gallery view. I can't see that.
Just when you're speaking.
Right.
okay. So I would like to bring this meeting to order. Toastmasters International's mission is to empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. All clubs are designed to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Our core values are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. At Heart to Heart, we are a specialty club of entrepreneurs and others who want to make our messages more heartfelt and authentic. As such, our members are allowed the option to practice a free and/or paid offer from the stage in order to receive the patented Heart2Heart Toastmasters feedback. We are committed to our entrepreneurs having great visibility. Members have the option of having their speeches posted to our YouTube channel. Now, let's welcome our guests and let us know who you are and how you learned about Heart2Heart. So let me start with Z Huang. Hi, Z.
Hi, Jean. Hi,
How are you?
everybody. I'm Z. I am a member at the Watergate Toastmaster, and Kathleen invited me over as a judge.
Nice, nice. Thank you for coming. Mercy Del Rosario, how are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you. I'm a member of Toastmasters Leadership Club, and I'm here as a guest.
Well, welcome. Thank you for coming. Dawn?
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Dawn Benson. I am with East Bay Mud and TLC People Movers and Berkeley Communicators clubs. And I am a guest of Cynthia Stott's. Thank you for
Welcome.
inviting me.
Welcome. And Natasha McLean, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm Natasha. I'm a Toastmaster member, and I was invited by Kathleen. I live in Ohio.
Oh, somewhere kind of Midwest.
Yes.
You know, it's a small state somewhere out there, you know, in this thing we call the Midwest, which is huge. I've been there once or twice.
Thank you.
And Steffon, how are you?
I am fine, thank you. It is always a pleasure to be here. At this point, I don't consider myself a member, but if you want to know, I was invited by Cynthia Scott. She invited me.
Great. Well, you know, Cynthia is one of our great ambassadors, I would say. And Teresa Smith, how are you today?
Hi, everyone. I'm doing well. Thank you for inviting me. I am a guest of Kathleen. I am a member of Masters in Hayward, which is a corporate club. And I'm also the Division A director this year. Thank you for having me.
Nice. And that nice winterscape, is that someplace that you just love to go, or?
No, it's a fake background. Well, I'm sure it's real, but it's not my background.
Makes me kind of think
It makes me cold
these days.
Yeah.
Did I get all the guests? I'm hoping that I did.
There's one more, Irmgard.
Irmgard, how are you?
Oops. Okay. Hi, I'm Irmgard Flashka. I'm with FAT Toastmasters in Newark, and I first heard about Heart to Heart when I was ballot counter for one of your contests when you were still alive with that wonderful view. So Kathleen invited me for this one. So I miss that place though. Thank you.
Yeah, I miss that view.
We all do too.
Absolutely.
Well, it's wonderful to have you all here for our evaluation contest. I'm sure it's going to be great. I'd like to do a few reminders. When we kick off the meeting, which we're going to do in just a second, I'd like everybody who's not speaking to be on mute. And it's typically the nice thing to do on Zoom, but I know we have to be more active to remember when we're on mute. And I swear to God that the Webster's Dictionary should have the most said saying for 2021 should be, honey, you're on mute. Because I hear it all the time. But the reason for that is things happen. I have puppies. I have puppies who want to be heard. If I have a phone call, the puppies are in my lap. I was talking to somebody earlier today, and the puppy not only was in my lap, but tried to lick my lips, you know, so that we all have distractions. And it's just a good thing to do to have it on mute so that you're aware. And I'm the first one to forget, so the tech host might end up muting me, and that may happen. You might see somebody muted you for you. That's what we try to do, is to make sure everything runs smoothly. Even though we've been in retrograde, Mercury retrograde, and we have the sun flares happening tomorrow, we're going with the flow. And with that, I'd like to introduce something else we do that's unique, is our Heartmaster, to help set intention and energy for us. Deb, Peretz is our Heart Master today. Deb?
Thank you, Jeannie. So today's heart-centered activity comes from the old Hawaiian custom of ho'oponopono. The word ho'oponopono means to set things right or to make good. And it's a technique of forgiveness that helps you put relationships back in order between you and others, but also between you and yourself. We are often our worst tormentors. The practice consists of 4 simple statements. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Let's begin by closing your eyes, taking a deep breath, and as you exhale, release all the tension and stress from the day. Breathe in again and picture a white light coming down through the top of your head, flowing through your body, cleansing and purifying, and then release it through the soles of your feet back into the earth. Now think of someone you care about. Visualize that person and repeat after me. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now think of someone with whom you have a more fraught relationship. Visualize them as you repeat after me. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now think of someone you love very much. Visualize them clearly and say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now imagine you're looking at yourself in the mirror and speak these phrases to yourself. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Take a moment to come back into your body. Put your attention on your forehead. Focus your attention on your navel. Turn your attention to your feet. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Back to you, Master.
That was beautiful, Deb. Thank you. That sometimes it's the simple phrases that make the most difference. Okay. So we have a contest today. Anybody here for the contest? Okay, you're in the right place. I just wanted to make sure we weren't going off on the wrong, being on the wrong airplane or something. I get to announce the contest order, and then I'm going to bring up the contest chair. So the contestants order are the first one, Michelle Peticolas, the second contestant, Isaac Ford, the third, Sally Reyes, the fourth, Grace Guatira, the fifth, Kimmy Avery, and the sixth, Sandra Edwards. So now we know the order. Let me bring up our contest chair and give us kind of the lay of the land. Annabelle?
Okay, thank you, Jeannie. And we have briefed all of our contestants and judges, so that is done. So what we're going to do is have our fabulous guest, Steffon Miller, give his speech, and then in turn, all of our contestants are going to be sequestered in a breakout room while they complete their evaluations and then come out one by one to give their evaluations. And then with the judges will go to another breakout room and count the ballots, and we'll determine winners. And we'll have some fun things happening in between, maybe all that stuff. But I think that's it. I think we wanted to introduce our timer.
Yes.
Karina Aragon. And Karina, would you like to just give us a brief description of how you're going to time today?
Yes, hi, I'm Karina. I am your timer for today's speeches. So the process of timing is first I communicate with the speakers where they can find me. So I'll be here and I'll be using signals. And so if you're a speaker, you're gonna want to drag me to the top. Sally, I know you had a hard time, but if you have a little mouse, if you hold down the button when you hold over me and you just move it up to the top, but you have to do it in gallery view. So you could try that, and you could chat with me maybe in the chat if you have any other questions. But today I'll be using the background colors. And if you are a speaker, make sure that I'm in your view, and I will just show you real quick. So I will hold up the green for Steffon, because Steffon's speech is going to be 5 to 7. So I'll hold up the green at 5 minutes, the yellow at 6 minutes, and the red at 7 minutes. And the rest of the contestants will be a 2 to 3 minute speech. And I'll hold up the green at 2 minutes, the yellow at 2.5 minutes, and red at 3 minutes. So you do not want to go over, what was it? You don't want to go over 3 minutes and
3 and 30 minutes, 30 minutes and a half.
3.5 minutes. You do not want to go over 3.5 minutes, because then you will be disqualified.
Yes.
And then you don't want to do under 2 minutes. Is that correct?
Mhm.
Okay. And
Yes.
that's it. If you have any questions, just chat me in the thing.
Yeah. Great. Thank you, Karina. And now I'd like to turn the podium back to our president / our Toastmaster of the day, who is Jeannie.
Great. So now we know about the timing and we know the order of our contestants. Now it's time to bring up our guest speaker, who is Steffon Miller. He let me know his parents are Krista and Glenwood Miller, and he was born in Nassau, the Bahamas. He's got a dual membership in that he's in 4 Toastmasters clubs. So when he says he decided to join Toastmasters to improve his public speaking, he was serious about it. And today he's going to give us a talk called Late Nights. So I'd like to bring up Steffon Miller. Late Nights, Steffon Miller. Steffon, you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Awesome. There's a saying that goes, if you don't go after what you want, you will never have it. If you don't answer, the answer will always be no. If you don't step forward, you're always in the same place. Mr. Chairman, Madam Chairman, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests, good evening. I can remember the date and time when I first laid my eyes on her. It was July 18th, 2020. She was popular, beloved, renowned, and world class. She wasn't ordinary. She was the type to immediately change your life. Has anyone here ever been caught off guard by someone that you considered marriage material? If so, put a thumbs up in the chat if you ever felt this way. To most people with specific taste, she was considered cheesy, but in my eyes, she was filled in all the right places. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. I was introduced to this diamond that I found irresistible. I have never been so weak, powerless, enchanted, or unable to resist temptation. She always had a wonderful personality and a way with others. I was determined to get to know her. Luckily, where she was, I knew her favorite spot. When I had arrived at the spot, it was though her scent filled up the place. I saw nobody else but her. There she was sitting down at the table, looking all sophisticated. I went to the table and introduced myself, and I said, and I quote, "A pizza with sausage always hits the spot." I made it clear how I felt. Ever since that day, we've become close friends. We've hung out together every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Late nights, especially when I needed her company. No matter the time, she would come to see me. And at that time, things seemed to be a little too perfect. Have you ever given into temptation? I felt horrible for what I had done to her. I had cheated on her with someone else. I went to the restaurant and she wasn't there. I'd called and another employee would orderly tell me that she's no longer available. I felt lost. I decided to write a letter. It reads, "I know I was unable to manage, control, or stuff your crust on time. I didn't know what had gotten into me." I said, "Do you remember how you cheered me up late at night when I had a tough day? Even though you had satisfied me and satisfied my appetite, you were still able to do that. You made my regiment and everything so uninterested when I'm around you. Feeling powerless to cheating is no way to live. So I should distance myself for my own health." End of letter. This hurtful experience taught me a valuable lesson. Sometimes we make foolish decisions in our life. It can affect us mentally and physically, whether good or bad. We ought to live with the consequences. Because of her abrupt departure, I was never able to see her, hold her, grab her, and taste her again. I can reminisce the time all her juices were running down my chin when I ate her. It's been over a year now. A lot has changed since then. I found out that she moved to another restaurant across the world, where other people would happily experience her. I laughed when I thought about the times that we had. And you know what? Domino's pizza is something that is always dear to me. If I could have done it over and over again, I would have. This experience allowed me to become the better person I am here today. I am now engaged to my beautiful fiance, Miss Pizza. She is slim, thick, filled with creamy goodness, and personally handmade just how I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to my beautiful fiance, Miss Pizza. Having a pizza in your life can make anyone happy, and you should try it. There's a saying that goes, if you don't go after what you want, you will never have it. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't step forward, you're always in the same place. Madam Chairman, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests, good evening.
Thank you, Steffon. I'm smiling big because I wouldn't call Mr. Pizza my fiance, but do I like that pepperoni. Stay where you are for just a second. I would like to ask the tech host and sergeant at arms to escort our contestants into the breakout room.
I am the.
Linda will help, but you're going into because you're a contestant, Sally, but Linda, can you escort or invite people? There we go. And
They are
Steffon
all leaving us,
and
including Deb. There you go.
yeah, and can you put Steffon and me in the spotlight together?
I believe I can do that. I just have to find. Hang on. Oh, there he is. Okay, that isn't what I wanted to do. Jean, hello.
There is a way to put two together, but I'm not a co-host, so I can't do it myself.
Annabelle, is it something you need to do? Because I don't have, there you
There
go.
we go.
Yeah,
So,
thank you.
Steffon, do you live in the Bahamas?
Yes, I am currently in the Bahamas. I live in the Bahamas.
Does that mean that it's not hurricane season yet?
Yes, it is actually. It don't stop until it's from June to November, actually. November to June.
Okay, so we haven't gotten there yet, but
Yeah.
it seems like, we have fire season in California and it's going broader and broader, longer and longer. So I like that your fiance is Miss Pizza, and the symbolism of late nights with pizza is beautiful. And because many of us have gone that route, and especially when you have Domino's with the stuffed crust, the extra cheese, and if you're diet conscious, that makes something else. But how does pizza calm you down?
Thank you for that question. Pizza, it can be used at any given time. When you're to a party, when you're to a wedding, when you're out with your friends, and probably the Super Bowl. Pizza to me, it is something that brings the family together. When I think about pizza, I think about something that is warm. I think about family. I think about friends. I think about the juices that runs down your cheek when you eat it. I think about everything that pizza brings happiness. So that's why I like pizza. Thank you.
So you said in your bio that you joined Toastmasters and now you're a member of 4 different clubs, so that you could become a better speaker. Was there something driving it? Was it for work? Was it for level of confidence? What drove you to join Toastmasters?
I would say it would be my confidence, because I know within myself, I know that I am destined for something great. I just haven't reached it yet, but I want to become a motivational speaker where I'm able to speak to thousands and thousands of people all over the world. I want to be able to inspire them that they can do anything they put their mind to. And I believe that I can do it.
I believe you can too. I think that that's kind of something that you're predestined to, because that's what you want. And obviously you enjoy it. Is that correct? So did you find any difficulty in stepping onto the Toastmaster stage?
Yes, it wasn't easy, because at first I had to work my way up, learning different roles, learning how to do the grammarian, the at.am counter, the timers report, and every step, it was something that I had to learn. And, learning never stops. And it is something that we all should take with us, because at each step, I had to learn something new. And it took me time, because I had to take my time to experience it. I had to mess up a few times, and that would make us a better person. If we fail a few times, we become better after you try. But no matter the failures, we should be able to get right back up.
So let me ask you this. What is it that you do for a living?
Thank you for the question. At this current time, I am a student, and I hope to be a network engineer as well. I love technology, and I feel as though with this day and age, where we are headed now, technology will be advancing, and I would not want to be left behind.
That's great. Now, I've been working in technology off and on for 30 years. It's advanced a lot.
Yes.
So that's good. How do you see Toastmasters helping you with your goal in school and in the workforce?
I believe during my short time in Toastmasters, my communication, my confidence level, and the way I speak has grown, because a year or two ago, you would never see me speaking in this forum. And the way that I see myself, I am eager to speak in front of a crowd, because I know the training that I went through during Toastmasters, the table topic session, being able to think on your feet, has grown me to become a confident speaker when I'm speaking in front of a large crowd or even a smaller crowd such as this. But Toastmasters has instilled in me a confidence that without it, I don't think I would have been in this position right now.
What about your Toastmasters community? Are they there helping you, or do you have to ask?
They are indeed helping me, because our Toastmasters community isn't between the four walls that we became a Toastmaster. I believe everyone in the Toastmaster community is someone that can assist you. And I also believe that we should be able to go and ask questions if we want it and if we need it, because everyone has a valuable, and anyone could teach us something, and everyone has something that we can learn from. So I actually think being able to speak to Toastmasters outside of the Toastmasters club can be beneficial, because everyone has something unique that we should be able to grab. So I believe if you're international or not, we should be able to have open arms.
That's great. So this wisdom that you have, where did it come from?
Wisdom, I only could give thanks to God, because my wisdom and everything that I've learned is only from Him. And with using that, I'm able to actually have the wisdom to know that I do not know everything. And with that attitude, having the attitude to know that everyone has something that I can learn from, I'm like a baby, because with a child is eager. And when you are eager, you're able to take self away. And when you take self away, you're able to absorb any information, no matter who the person is.
That's something that's very hard for many people to learn. Was there something specific that helped you learn to take ego out of the equation?
I had to look. Thank you for that question. Yes, I had to look within myself, because everyone, I would say everyone has an ego to a certain extent. And sometimes we have to really check ourselves to say, hey, no matter if I know this particular thing or not, still seek the information, because there's always something that you may not know, or the information might change. The same with technology. You may study technology 10 years ago, but it is different. Technology is different today. So the same technology that you know apart 10 years ago, it may be different today. So you have to adjust. You have to adapt to different circumstances.
That's very true. So what is the kind of thing you want to tell your friends to get them to come to Toastmasters?
To get my friends to come to Toastmasters, I would just want to be an example. I don't want to force them. I want them to look at me, and I want to shine the light that we don't have to be in the same position that we were 5 or 6 years ago. If you want to make a difference, you have to look within yourself. And you have to, despite your circumstances, you cannot let your circumstances dictate your future. If you want a better future, you must start and you must look within yourself to want to do better. And I believe Toastmasters is the perfect club for that.
Yeah, you said in your speech, if you don't ask, the answer is going to be no. If you
Right.
don't step forward, you're never going to progress. Is that something you read, or is that something you've experienced?
It's something that I read, and it goes within life, because sometimes in life, if we don't speak up, things won't go our way. Sometimes you may want something, but if you don't ask, you will not get it. How can a person help you if you don't seek help? How can you go up in your life if you don't put yourself in the position to progress? It starts with us. And I believe if we have the right mindset and attitude, we can propel in life.
Yeah, I'm often talking about baby steps, because people say they want to do something that's huge.
Right.
You need to break it down into baby steps, and then reminding myself, as well as the person I'm talking to, that babies don't get up and walk right away. They take a step and they fall. And with great aplomb, they get themselves back up and they take a step and they fall. And so when you talk about mistakes and that's how you learn, that's very prophetic. Is there a particular mistake that you might have made that put you on this kind of path?
Yes. My mistake is not realizing how impactful positive people can affect you in life. I realize if you are around negative people, that can affect you. But during my adolescence years, when I was young, I didn't realize that. And knowing that now, I tend to surround myself with positive people and positive mindset, because that can affect you on the way you think and the way you look at certain situations.
Can you talk a little bit more about how that kind of affects, like, is it about drawing in more positive energy, or is it about your point of view?
Yes, I believe positive attract positive. And with that being said, if you surround yourself with like-minded people, you would open your door. The door would open for you to get where you want to go. And you must have the mindset that you have to help others along the way in order for you to be where you want to go. Everything is a team effort, and you cannot just rely on yourself. You need others to propel. Everything isn't by yourself.
Yeah, I think it was Nelson Mandela that said it takes a village.
Right.
And that's always good. If you were to give a word of advice to all the people that are listening to you now, I mean, frankly, you're in your mid-20s, and one of the things I like to do is always honor when I see somebody so young like you who seems so wise. I like to honor that, because that to me is old wisdom coming through. So what is the one thing that you would like us all to take away from your talk with pizza? I mean, frankly, if you don't ask for pepperoni, you don't get pepperoni. So I love that.
Right. With that being said, I would say that we should be able to write everything down what we want to achieve in life. There's a saying that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. I believe if we're able to put our goals down, write it down on a piece of paper, we will be able to visualize it. And with that being said, being able to visualize your goals, that means you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. And I believe that having that mindset can go far. So don't mind the setbacks in life because everyone goes through obstacles and tribulations. So we must be able to overcome them in order to achieve where we want to go.
Thank you, Steffon. This was very great. Thank you for your talk and for spending a few minutes with me.
Absolutely.
Great. So at this point, Linda, can you bring in contestant number 1 for the evaluation? And that is Michelle Pedicolis.
I can, but Miss Annabelle is going to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent a message to Deb. She's going to bring her out.
Okay.
Okay, so she should be coming in at any moment.
Yep, she just moved.
Okay.
All right. So I'd like to introduce our first evaluation contestant, Dr. Michelle Pedicolis. Dr. Michelle Pedicolis.
Annabelle, can you spotlight Michelle?
Yes, I'm trying to find her.
This was a really edgy speech. And you really went out on the line to give a speech in which we were so pulled in. I was really impressed with what you approached, what you tried. A humorous speech. It was a humorous speech. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over first your content, and then I'm going to go over your delivery. Now, your content, you started out with a great quote that got us really pulled in, and you asked us a question. Did we ever have that experience where our lives were totally changed? Oh no, the quote was about how you have to seize the moment and really make the most out of it. And I really liked that. I thought that was really valuable. And you took your speech along a chronological story of a love affair, which of course I assumed was a love affair with a woman. And then later on, surprise, I discover it's a pizza. And so I'm like trying to figure this all out. It was cute, but if you wanted to improve it a little bit more, you might give your audience a little more hint of what's going on so that they don't feel deceived. They don't feel like they've been tricked. And also, if you want to challenge yourself, you might want to relate it to something even more important in your life, that your experience with the pizza has actually influenced you in other ways. And so then we can be in on the joke and not feel like we've been tricked. Now, in terms of your delivery was really quite adequate. Your voice was really clear and understandable. You punctuated certain points so that we would hear it, and your words, your descriptions so pulled me in that I really believed that you were talking about a woman. There was a hint when you used the word cheesy, and it was only in retrospect that I realized, oh, he's talking about a pizza? Now, if you want to improve yourself, I would suggest that you use the stage a little more. And I know that's really hard in doing this. By the way, I've lost my timer. There she is. You could use the stage a little bit more so that you can give us the chronology. You could start at the beginning when you get into that affair with the pizza, and then in the middle, when she breaks up with you or you cheat, and then the ending. And then that will help us to see the whole point. And then finally, pauses. There were times when you asked questions, you need to pause for us to think about, well, it would help if you would pause for us to understand that. And also when you're making the punchline, to pause it. Overall, very edgy speech. Great, keep it up. I want to hear more about this and I want to see how it evolves. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Michelle. And can we get 1 minute on the timer for our judges?
Get her back.
And Annabelle, can you get ready when the minute is up? Get ready to invite Isaac in.
Yeah. Yes. Spotlight.
Can you bring Isaac in now, Annabelle?
I am
He's
here.
He's here.
Okay, so I'm inviting Isaac to come up. He is a contestant number 2, Isaac Ford. Let the timer get ready. Okay, Isaac Ford.
Steffon, Steffon. What a fabulous story you told. I couldn't wait. The way you described this lady, I was anticipating, oh man, you fell madly in love with this person. And then when you finally revealed it, it was a pizza. I mean, you had me totally fooled. I couldn't imagine you were talking about a pizza. Excellent job to get our mind's imagination looking for this big pizza. That was good. That was excellent. So you brought humor in, which is always good to have humor. You had us laughing. And I think, well, I know, you open with statements, if you, and that brought everybody in the audience into your speech. Now, suggestions. I think this was an excellent speech to use a prop. Now, you didn't show a pizza or anything like that, or you could have used a imagination. This would have been a good chance to imitate eating a pizza like, oh, this is good. Oh, wow. Just showing yourself eating a pizza would really get us more into the story, because I think that would have given you a chance to show more vocal variety, because the story, it was an excellent story about your first time meeting or eating a pizza. Let's see, and the reveal. Now, when you got into telling us that this lady that we thought was a pizza, somehow, if you could have got into that a little sooner, maybe not had so much at the beginning. I mean, the way you described it is great, but just jump into it a little sooner, because the anticipation was just really strong. And then the final thing I would say, the call to action. I think after hearing this story, everybody wants to go out and eat pizza. Now, this would have been a good chance for you to ask the audience, if you ever see my pizza again, tell her I love her. That would have just kind of added a little humor to the ending to get people, oh, wow, such a great, great story. So Steffon, all I can say is I loved your speech. I love the story and the way you weaved in through it, and at the end told everyone it was a pizza. Great job. Again, excellent job. Hopefully I hit the time, because I don't see the timer.
Thank you, Isaac. I think you hit the time fine. Can we get 1 minute on the clock for the judges? And Annabelle, when it gets into yellow, could you invite number 3, who is Sally Reyes, to come in?
Hello.
Hello, Sally. Let me introduce you as contestant number 3,
Yes.
Sally Reyes.
Thank you.
We'll get the timer to get her timing set up for you. Do you see her on the screen?
No. Okay. It's already yellow.
No, she's going to change that, but now you know where she is.
Okay, thank you. Steffon gave us a wonderful rendition of when his heart was struck in the glorious vision of this beautiful woman, and he humorously tried to side up to her and get to know her, and blew all of the confidence by disrespecting what he believed in his vision. And he had a great deal of humor involving pizza and his getting to know her. I was distracted by his eye contact and a variety of his voice control would have made it a little more interesting in how he was feeling. His body language and his voice could have moved from left to right and then center as he told the story in its changes, and varied his voice with his emotional content. He looked wonderful in delivering his message. And in conclusion, he had a confident appearance, a great delivery, and humor was excellent. A stretch would be, again, to consider his delivery from the side of the stage, the center of the stage, and the right side of the stage, perhaps first when he saw her, in the middle when he tried to get to know her, and at the end, in failure. It would have made a great delivery to follow the story in its first, middle, and conclusion. His lost love was perhaps he was more interested in the pizza than the woman. Thank you.
Thank you, Sally. Can we get 1 minute on the clock for the judges? And Annabelle will stage getting Grace here when it goes yellow and we still have a few seconds.
Time.
Thank you. Annabelle, can you bring in Grace?
Grace is coming.
And Sally, I like your new
Good.
glasses.
What?
I like your new glasses.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, Grace is here.
And let me bring up contestant number 4, Grace Gutierrez. Hi, Grace.
Hello.
And you're on.
Okay. Well, first of all, it was an interesting talk. I definitely enjoyed the way you started your talk by starting with sayings that are normally said. So I thought that was very, very, very captivating. And also, I enjoyed the fact that you described this person that you were describing and set a time in time, which brought us to that person, brought a vivid picture, created a vivid picture of what the goal was. Like, I feel that you would have increased a notch if you had added emotion to the beauty of this person, like somebody who's in love, because your words were saying that, you know, you were really in love with this very beautiful person, but I felt that you could have added more expression to say just how beautiful she was and how she made you feel. When you asked the questions, you asked good questions, which evoked audience participation, like asking them to put something in the chat. You could take that a notch by pausing to give the audience the opportunity to respond to what you asked them to do. And you also asked another question later on, which you asked the question and then you kept on going. And I feel that there you could also give the opportunity to the audience to just kind of, you know, really think about the question that you asked and answer it for them in their minds. So adding a pause would have added value to your talk. Also, I appreciated that you were describing things a lot, and I also found an opportunity for you to give more eye contact, because it appeared like you were reading something. It gave the impression you were reading something, and I think that could probably be solved by repositioning your camera to eye level so that you can give us the impression that you're actually looking at us and speaking to us, which would keep us more engaged. I like the fact that you ended your speech by rounding back to the beginning where you were talking about the sayings that people say. It was an overall interesting speech. And of course, we all like pizza. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. And can we get 1 minute on the clock, Madam Timer?
So 1 minute.
And Annabelle, can you invite Kimmy?
Yes, she's coming.
Thank you, Karina.
Oh, she's here. Okay.
Okay, and we'll bring up contestant number 5, Kimmy Avery. Kimmy Avery.
I can't see Grace. I mean, Karina. I can't see Karina. I don't know why.
Do you see me in the gallery?
I can't get to gallery. Oh, wait, maybe here. There we go. Okay, there we go. I enjoyed Steffon's speech. I thought he had great eye contact, and I always appreciate it when a speaker is looking right at the camera, because then I can see that he's really engaged with us. I thought he used his pauses very well. He made pointed statements, and I thought that was a nice thing with a pause afterward. I appreciated his engagement through asking questions and then also using the technology of asking us to put a thumbs up in the chat box. That was very smart of him to do. It was vulnerable. It was a young man's perspective on dating. And some of his imagery was quite graphic, juicy, as we shall say. And that was shocking, engaging, sex positive. I thought that was fabulous. And I liked that he used a great story arc where he started off with falling in love and then the big mistake and his lessons learned. I like that he ended his speech with engaging questions to get the audience to think about how they have experienced painful life events that they might even regret long after the event. But instead of being in pain and in regret, using it as a learning opportunity. I thought that was really great. He revealed this young man's dating experience, and it was a nice window into his life. And being a young man, I'm not a young man, never was. So hearing his perspective was really fun. He showed that it's possible to weave in to a great story, a life lesson. A couple stretch goals that I would encourage him to do is to move his camera up so that he's looking at the camera at eye level. While I could see that he did have eye contact, it would have been even more helpful to see him right at eye level. I also thought his graphic imagery was really great, but not every audience would find that to be so. Some might even find it to be shocking and tune out. So it's important to read your audience when you're going to tell a story like that. If you're deliberately controversial, no problem. However, you might want to read your audience if you're selling a product, for instance, or trying to speak and engage the audience to stay with you. Overall, I liked your speech, Steffon. I thought it was really powerful. I love to hear your young man's experience in life. That was fun for me. And I thought that you added the humor of Miss Pizza. Thought that was really fun. Overall, your speech was great. Stretch a little bit and have fun. Thank you. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Kimmy. And can we get 1 minute on the clock for Madam Timer?
Why is 1 minute? Oh, for the judge.
Annabelle, can you bring in Sandra Edwards?
Yes.
Thank you, Madam Timer.
Madam Toastmaster.
I'm here.
And then let me introduce our 6th contestant tonight, Sandra Edwards. Sandra Edwards.
Hello. Toastmaster and fellow Toastmaster people. So we were listening to a speech by Steffon Miller called Late Night. And you know, I thought he was talking about a love affair with a woman. And it was really kind of confusing. But then, oh, I'm going to speak directly to you, Stephen. I'm sorry. And then I realized we were talking about a pizza. But the thing about it that was really, great is that you were talking about your intention. It was all about setting attention and staying involved with your intention until you got what you wanted. That's what I think the gist of it was. But I couldn't figure out how you were cheating on a pizza. I really couldn't. But and I would have liked to have seen more gestures, and I would have liked to have seen heard more variation in the voice. Would have been good for me. And it would have been good if I could have understood from the beginning that you were talking about a pizza. But there again, you were talking about the idea of staying strong, going for what you wanted, sticking with it, and I could really appreciate that concept. Really enjoyed that. And I wrote down here, but I think when I wrote this, we're still talking about a woman, but the honesty, your honesty and sticking with it until you finally got what you wanted. And then there was that moment of re-evaluation, like you cheated on the.
Oh, darn.
I'm not sure how you did that, but you got what you wanted out of it.
A pizza.
And that was, I'm watching my timer now. Thank you. Very good. Loved it.
Thank you, Sandra. And can we get a minute on the clock for the judges?
Wasn't that funny? Oh, well.
Well,
I'm gathering there were a variety of interpretations.
Oh, yeah. I didn't really get that.
Okay,
I was like, oh my God, is
we're
white paint coming off his face?
We're keeping it quiet for the judges. Okay, so I'd like to invite the judges to complete your ballots and report to the Chief Judge, Kathleen Peel. And Madam Timer, can you give the timing report to the Chief Judge as well?
And Jean, I'm going to send them off to a breakout room. Yes.
Kathleen says yes.
Okay.
And that's what you'll be giving the judge your ballots and all that.
They're moving slowly, but
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. While we're doing that, Annabelle, do you want to give us a reminder about roles?
Yes. So our next meeting is next Thursday, and we have one spot open for a speech. And if you are planning, I'll be talking about this later in the meeting, but if you are planning on competing in the International Speech Contest, which is our February 5th meeting, then you will have had to complete 2 levels in any path. So if there is a speech that you need to do to complete that so that you can compete, please sign up Thursday, or that'll be the only day you can do it. Thursday, January 20th. I think there's a spot open for you. And the website is h2h.toastmastersclubs.org is where you can go in, check out the agendas, sign your name, and give us your speech information.
Okay.
And
I
think that's
just
it for now.
I just posted the link in the chat for the
Thanks.
sign up roll.
Good.
Okay, and it's 5:11. We're running about 10 minutes behind, so we're only going to take a very brief 5-minute break. So if we could come back at, well, let's make it 4 minutes and make it 5:15.
Perfect.
All right.
Who's the judge?
Kathleen Peel is the chief judge.
Yeah.
Kathleen is here on.
Am I supposed to leave?
No, ma'am.
No, you can stay.
Except it's a break.
We're having a break. The judges are doing their ballot counting.
Oh,
Did she leave the room? Is that why I can't find her?
Yeah, she's in with the judges. They're doing the ballot counting.
Oh, okay.
And I think that you need to just report to them if there are any
Disqualifications.
disqualifications.
Karina, I think she wanted you to do a text message to her
Yes.
phone.
Oh, I can't just send it in the chat to her directly?
She won't
No,
get
because
that.
she's not in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, text her the times?
Just to let her know if there's any disqualifications.
Oh, so she doesn't need to know the exact times.
No.
So is there any disqualifications? I don't think so. Nothing was under 2 minutes. Nothing was over 3:30.
That's great.
Okay.
I'll text her that information, okay?
Okay. Kathleen. Yeah, I have her.
Okay, I just sent her a message. So
Yeah, me too.
she'll get it very clear.
So that was a very interesting set of evaluations.
I wish I'd heard them all.
Yeah, you're going to need to go back and listen to them all. But you know, it's brilliant. You know, I caught the pizza early, but that's because I wrote something like that, and I need to go find out where it is. I wrote something like that about a cup of coffee way back in my early days. It's brilliant. It's very creative, and I would say I love pizza too. But it's a good example of how everybody sees things and interprets things from their own perspective.
Yeah. I posted in the chat 3 videos that maybe you could say something about. 2 of them are member speeches and one of them is our newsletter.
Okay.
That would be great if we announced at the end and people, or even maybe at the end of the break or somewhere, not at the end of the break.
So I'm gonna be calling it back in just a moment. So
I have a question. Am I done timing now? Because you said that the judges had unlimited time.
Yeah, but we still have some timing things. The contestant interviews is 10 minutes.
Remember, we were going to do 90 seconds per
Yeah.
contestant.
Right. So there's just a couple more things. And can we bring the judge group back in?
Oh, let me find out.
The contest co-chairs, is that what I'm seeing on the agenda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I timed that one then.
That and we
The
have a 10-minute induction ceremony right after that.
Okay.
And then everything else we'll try to wrap up. But I have a feeling that we're going to be going a little bit over 6. So we should come back to order.
I'm just now finding out if the judging is complete yet. So she hasn't responded yet.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, while we're waiting for that response, Kimmy has put in the chat not only the Heart2Heart Toastmasters Club website. So if you are interested in a role in an upcoming meeting, please go on and select those roles. You can go a little into the future if you want. So it's a good planning tool. And then we have a couple of videos from our YouTube channel to show you what member videos are going to look like. Deb and Kimmy have been working really hard on that. And then finally, link to our YouTube channel video newsletter, which gives you information about what we're doing, what's coming up, and things like that. So please check out, after the meeting, of course, those links. So it might behoove you to remember to save the chat so you can save all those links.
Or just copy them now and make sure to give thumbs up, or give us a thumbs up on the videos, and you can share them and make sure you're subscribed to our Heart2Heart YouTube channel, pretty please.
Okay. Any response, Annabelle?
No.
Okay. So we could go with the flow. How about we move on to Annabelle? You're interviewing the contestants.
Yeah, we could do that. I was gonna do it with Kathleen, but this saves some time, so yeah.
Well, you'd be interviewing, have you interviewed the speaker yet?
We already did that.
Did that already.
You did?
Well, you were
doing what you did. And
I see.
He did a bang up job, Michelle. You might want to see it. He did a bang up job taking all of my questions that I just kind of picked off the beginning and threw at him. Pretty good.
Yeah. Good.
So Annabelle, over to you.
Okay. Well, why don't we just start with our first contestant, Michelle. Let's see. Linda, are you able to spotlight the 2 of us, or shall I do it?
You have to. I can't as the co-host.
Sure.
I can.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You shouldn't be able to.
It's 90 seconds, Serena.
What?
There we go. We just need to have me in there instead of
Jeannie.
president.
Hi.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry, Annabelle.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
Okay.
Michelle.
Hi, Annabelle.
Hey, thank you so much for coming and being part of our contest. I would like to know, how long have you been a member of Heart to Heart, or if you have been member of another club?
Well, I've been a member of Heart to Heart longest. I started in 2017, so I believe that's 5 years now. Or maybe it's 4 years and this is the 5th year. I have to do the math on that.
And we give this meeting today, or I think this whole month, our theme is possibilities. So what can you tell us about what kind of possibilities have opened up for you as being a part of Toastmasters?
Well, there were a lot of possibilities for stepping into leadership, which was not something that I ever really thought about before I started Toastmasters. I thought I was joining Toastmasters to learn how to be a better speaker, but the leadership opportunities are unparalleled. You can do things, especially if you're an entrepreneur, what kind of opportunities do you get to be a leader? But in Toastmasters, you get to influence a whole number of people, whether you are an officer or you're stepping into a district role, and that you learn how to delegate, you learn to have more confidence, you learn to have more command. So it's, I have been really, really impressed by how it has changed me, Toastmasters, in that regard.
That's amazing. I love to hear that. And it's such a good message that you're telling us all about Toastmasters. I think, Karina, are you timing us, Bill? 4 seconds or? I was just
4 minutes.
No, each contestant has 90 seconds. So I'll go ahead and thank you so much, Michelle. That was wonderful. And I will bring up the next contestant, who is Isaac. Isaac, you're the contestant number 2.
Yes, I am here.
Hi, Isaac, how long have you been in Toastmasters, and what club or clubs have you been involved with?
I have been a Toastmaster for 2 decades.
Wow.
And I've been involved in a lot of Toastmasters clubs, but the first club I joined was a club by the Salvation Army. And they had speakers. Well, the club had members that were in trouble, and they joined the Salvation Army, and they gave them a choice. You can come to Toastmasters, or you could face the punishment of your crimes, let's say. And so they chose Toastmasters, and that was the first club I was with. And I really enjoyed that club because they gave some heartfelt speeches.
Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, that would have been not too hard of a choice to make, huh? Right? Well, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and bring our next contestant up since we're running out of time. Thank you so much, Isaac, for being part of our contest. And contestant number 3, Sally.
Yes.
Come on up.
Here I am.
Hi, Sally. And Sally, what club have you been a part of, and how long have you been in Toastmasters?
Well, my first discovery was Heart to Heart, and it did speak to me since 2016. I just looked at a calendar and figured out where I first started, which was July in 2016. Found that out today.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm glad that it's getting pretty dark in here, isn't it?
You can still see you very well with your lighting. Okay.
So I was so impressed with the confidence and beauty of the people who took their roles seriously and performed them and learned the rules and learned to deliver easily. I was very attached to just watching the progress. I'm sort of more of an observer, but I'm learning to do more, be more, and enjoying the challenges, which sometimes are daunting in the beginning.
That's so wonderful. Thanks. I love to hear your perspective on Toastmasters. We all have a different take on it and all have different things that we're getting out of it. But we're all growing in personal, in personal development. We're all transforming and growing. Thank you so much, Sally. And thanks for being part of our contest. Next up, Grace.
Hi.
Hi, Grace. We're waiting for you to come up here on our stage. We can take Sally off. Okay, Grace, how did you hear about Toastmasters? You're a relatively new member of Toastmasters, right? And how did you hear about us, and what attracted you to become part of our club?
I had heard about Toastmasters before from I don't know where, and I really hadn't thought much about it until Michelle Petitcolas invited me to visit one of the Toastmasters, one of your meetings. And when I came to the meetings, I actually found them very interesting. So I ended up joining.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much. And what do you see as possibilities for you as a member of Toastmasters?
Well, I think it's going to help me with my speaking, to speak better. I feel like I speak well, but there's always room for improvement. As so far, I've learned a lot. And since I take my speaking very seriously, I feel that by being in here, it's going to help me with what I need to do.
Wonderful. Well, we're so glad you're here. And thank you so much for being a contestant in our contest. Thank you. So next up is Kimmy. Kimmy, come on up.
I'm trying. Okay.
Hi, Kimmy. How long have you been in Toastmasters, and what club or clubs have you been in or are going to be in?
I have been in Toastmasters since I think 2016, and Michelle Petitcolas invited me, strongly encouraged me to come. And so she was the person who roped me into it. And I've been a president. I'm now vice president of membership. I shadowed Michelle for a while. And I'm also a member of Leaders Worldwide, and starting a new one called Contemporary Issues Toastmasters sometime in the early year.
That's awesome. And what's your take on the possibilities that open up to you as being as a member of Toastmasters?
As what I would call chief cook and bottle washer for my own little business, I'm learning about leadership roles and Toastmasters. Well, obviously speaking and getting my message out there to the world, I think is huge. And being on the leadership team has really enhanced my abilities to think about my business in a way that is more expansive than not.
Wow, that's great. That's fantastic. Yes. Thank you so much, Kimmy, and thank you for being part of our contest. And we would like to bring up now Sandra.
Okay. I'm supposed to do something? Oh,
I'm just going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
And you're just going to answer them. Sandra, how long have you been a part of Toastmasters? And have you been in just Heart to Heart or any other clubs?
I have mostly been Heart to Heart. I did join another little club because it was near my home. But I didn't really enjoy that club so much. I've been a part of Heart to Heart since before it was Heart to Heart. And we were meeting at a library in Oakland.
Oh, wow. So you were original.
Yeah.
member.
So actually I was just following the club, and I just enjoy being a part of it and speaking, when I can speak, and being with my friends. It's a time to be with friends and communicate once a month, and I love that.
Great. That's so great. Well, that's another great reason to be part of Toastmasters, friends. I mean, we have leadership growth, have more friends. I mean, we have a list that goes on forever, right? For reasons to be in Toastmasters. Well, thank you so much, Sandra. Thank you so much for being part of our contest. And I guess that wraps up our interviews with our contestants. So I would love to bring our Toastmaster of the day back up to me. Honey, you're muted.
I know I had to do it at least once.
I know.
For all the contestants, that was a great interview session, and Deb might reach out to you to see if it's okay. We were chatting on the chat that it might be good to take this out, your answers about what brought you to Toastmasters and what do you get from Toastmasters, so we can put it on our Facebook page and use it to help, attract some new members. So
yes,
reach out to Deb and give her permission. That would be wonderful. I have 2 pieces of business that we're going to take care of before we bring the judges back in. Well, Annabelle reaches out to see where they're at.
Yes.
One is a change in our leadership team. Gary McKenzie has been getting more and more involved with the district, with the Speakers Bureau and such, and he's going to be stepping aside, which allows our shadow officer, Deb Peretz, will step in as Vice President of Public Relations. So we wanted to make sure that you were aware of this shift. We're very excited. Deb has been working with Kimmy and Gary on a number of things and really taken a leadership role in getting our YouTube channel pulled together, and helping Kimmy with some ways to attract new members. So wanted to say that. And now we're going to go into our induction ceremony. We have 3 new members to induct. Unfortunately, Philip couldn't make it here today, and Yvonne Gilmore has fallen ill, so she's not able to join us, but Carla is here. So can we put Carla in the spotlight?
Yes, ma'am. Carla, there you are, my dear.
And the tech monitor, can you post our promises in the chat so everybody can see them?
Jeannie, I don't have the promises.
Okay, Annabelle, do you?
No.
Okay.
I've got it.
Oh my goodness, good.
So can you post that in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay. So right now, we are going to officially vote to induct Philip Birdsong, Yvonne Gilmore, and Carla Richmond into Heart2Heart Toastmasters. Before we need to do this, we need current members to get ready to send a private chat to Linda Patton, our secretary. Now, what you need to do for that is in the chat room, you'll see in the to field an arrow, pull that down and go. You can select Linda Patton, and then you send a direct message to her. And the direct message is going to be simply yay or nay when I ask you for that. If you have a problem with doing that, please raise your hand and let me know. Sally?
Yeah, I can just do it verbally.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay, we're good. So Linda, you'll be prepared to count votes if we need to?
Absolutely.
All right. And so for everybody, if you take a moment, and throw your votes into your private chat so Linda can get them. All right. While we wait for the results, I'm sure we would all love to hear how you learned about Heart2Heart. Carla, what brought you to Heart2Heart?
Just to be a member of the Toastmasters and improve my speaking skills.
And you've been with us for a couple of months. We're a little late in getting the inductions done on everybody, but has it been useful?
Yeah.
Okay, great. At this point, I'm going to read to you the promises that we make to the club. And while the vote counter, Linda, is counting all the votes. Membership in Toastmasters is a privilege, and the only way to gain the benefits of our program is to actively participate. I'm honored and excited to induct our newest members, Philip Birdsong, Yvonne Gilmore, and Carla Richmond, into Heart2Heart Toastmasters Club. We'll need you to express your agreement to the following club promises. So I'll read them all and then have you say yes or no, Carla. Do you promise to be an active member in the club, attend meetings regularly,
Yeah.
prepare all of your projects to the best of your ability, basing them on the Toastmasters Pathways Education Program,
Yes.
to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, provide fellow members with helpful construction evaluations, help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and to grow, treat your fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, bring guests to club meetings so they can see the benefits that Toastmasters membership offers, and to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters education and recognition programs. Do you agree to all that?
Yes.
Thank you. And Linda, do we have the vote?
I have a majority of yays.
Yay.
And then I have probably 2 abstentions since they did not send a message to me.
Okay. Well, I want to say thank you to everybody for that, and for everybody in the can unmute yourself. I'm going to read the Heart2Heart members promise to our new members and have you respond with I do. We, the members of Heart2Heart Toastmasters Club, pledge to support you in your quest for self-development, to provide you with positive, helpful evaluations, to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere, to give you opportunities to help others, and to make your Toastmasters membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience. Please respond with I do.
I do.
I do.
Go, Carla.
Woohoo!
Well, I'm happy to officially welcome you as a member of Heart2Heart Toastmasters.
Thank
you. Woohoo!
Thank you. And we'll send the same message to Yvonne and to Philip, who both I hope will be feeling better. Okay, so contest chair.
Yes.
Where do we stand with the judges?
They are finished. So are they back in here yet? No.
They're all back in.
Oh,
Okay.
we're all back in. Okay. They're all here.
All right, so we have just a couple minutes and then we'll turn it over to you. As the Vice President of Education, Annabelle, I'm going to turn this over to you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
You need to spotlight yourself.
I do. Okay. I just did. Add spotlight. Oh, and should I keep you on there or not?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Oh,
There you go.
somebody took you away. So as VP of Education, I'm just coming on here to remind everybody to sign up for spots in our upcoming meetings. We have a second meeting every month, the third Thursday of every month. So that's our next one's already next Thursday, and we have one spot open for a speech. So please grab that spot, especially if you're ready to be a contestant in our international speech contest, which is February 5th. So you don't want to be unqualified. I wanted to put the qualifications in the chat. Hold on a second. I meant to do that. Oops. Well, I can't do it for some reason.
We'll do it. We'll get that done.
Okay, because I had it saved and I guess it left my box.
When Deb's speaking, you can.
The main,
put 'em in.
the main qualification is that you need to be a member in good standing, dues paid and all that, and that you have to have completed 2 levels in any path to be qualified to compete. So please go in to h2h.toastmastersclubs.org if you want to be a contestant in our speech contest and sign up. That's going to be February 5th, and our next speech, our next regular meeting, our hour-long meeting is on Thursday. And we have Michael Ann, and who else did we have? Grace, I think, has got a spot open, and there's still one opening for somebody else who would like to enter or would like to sign up for a speech on Thursday. Let's see. I think that's it for now, and we're waiting for. Oh, Michael Ann's here. We're waiting for the announcement of our winners.
Okay, I'm going to bring up the new VP of PR, Deb Peretz, for any promotions that she wants to tell us about.
Okay, hello everybody. I think you've already heard most of my announcements, but I'm happy to repeat them. So our YouTube channel is live with the individual speeches where we launched it. We have 2 that are already published. We've got one from Cynthia Stott, one from Kimmy Avery. And going forward, I'm going to be putting more speeches on there. However, I do need your permission before I make it public on YouTube. So the way it will work is after every meeting, you can either send me a message in the chat during the meeting saying, yes, please publish mine to YouTube, or you can send me an email up to 2 weeks after the meeting. And that'll be the window of opportunity for me to know to extract and post it. For those of you who'd like to view it first before you decide, we can send you a link to the recording for the meeting, and you can go scroll through it and see what you think. If you do want me to post it, you do have to give me a brief bio. Try to keep it under 60 words, and it will go up there. Because Heart to Heart is a specialty club for entrepreneurs, visibility is our keyword. We want to help promote the members to as wide an audience as possible. And that's what the goal is with the video, the member speech videos, and the newsletter that Kimmy will talk about in a minute. And I just wanted to say that in order for this to work, we need every single one of us to go in and like, comment, and share those videos. And not just yours, all of them, because the more we do that, then YouTube will give us love and send it out to an even wider audience. So please do take the time. Kimmy put the links in the chat. You can save the chat to get the links. Like, share, comment. And now Kimmy just wants to say a word about the newsletter. Right, Kimmy? Did I leave anything out? Oh, and one last thing. I love Jeannie's idea about putting the why you joined how you heard of Toastmasters from tonight's speech. If you are willing to let me post that on our social media, could you just put it in the chat right now? Yes, you can use my interview for me, and if not, then I'm not going to. Linda, do you have a question?
I do have a question. What about the spotlight speakers that we do?
The headliners?
Yeah.
Yep, they're included. Any speech in a meeting.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah, and part of the bio will include your social media links and your website. So if you do make an offer, people can actually contact you, which is one of the benefits of Heart to Heart. And so I wanted to talk about, number one, any of our guests who might be one of our members. I've just posted a link to my calendar to speak with me about your speaking goals and see how Heart to Heart can support you, as well as we're doing a membership drive. We just finished the newsletter in January. I sent the link in the chat also. That newsletter talks about our member drive. If you bring one guest to become a member, you get an interview in the newsletter about your business. And if you bring 2 guests who become members, you will get a headliner speech, which is a coveted slot that only leaders get for that those slots. So if you'd like to have a headliner speech about what you're offering and what you're about, then you may want to consider inviting people to the club. Also, I do want to mention that Deb and I are tag teaming. She's doing VPPR, I'm doing VP membership, and Grace Guatera is our associate PR person right now. And we are always looking for more people who want to learn some of the skills we're doing about marketing and PR. So, and Cynthia has her hand up.
Well, I just wanted to say that I just got a video with the intro and outro put from my speech that I gave on evaluate. It was on personal branding. And I think that was one of the first ones that have gone up. It just was released on Thursday.
The very first one.
Oh my gosh. And I've gotten rave reviews about it. And I've actually, because of that video, we've signed up Gary Howarth as a new member already since Thursday. Deborah Wiener wants to join, and I have one more person that's on the hook. So it's a really great opportunity to get a fabulous video and to have a professional intro and outro. And here's the extra piece. Because it's branded to Toastmasters and not just a speech about your business, you can put it in the Toastmasters International Facebook page or Facebook group with 27 Toastmaster members around the world, and they will see your speech. If it's a signature speech, oh my gosh, that's fabulous. And if it has an offer on it, I mean, you can put it even if it has an offer on it, because it's a Toastmaster speech.
And it's 27,000, not 27.
Oh yeah, 27,000. Did I say 27? No, 27,000 followers, members around the world.
Okay.
So it's a fabulous way to advertise yourself and to use Toastmasters. And it's really beautiful. The intro and outro, Deb and Kimmy, you did a fabulous job on that. I've gotten great feedback from it.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Great. And now we need to go to the important part for several of our members. I would like to invite the contest chairs, Annabelle Colstock and Kathleen Peel, to the front to let us know what's going on and how the judges worked. We need to add Kathleen in there and
Kathleen.
Where is she? Oh, there she is. Okay. Sorry.
Hi, Kath. I don't know the list of winners yet, so Kathleen is going to tell us. I'm excited.
So first, we'd like to congratulate all of the contestants for a good job and for stepping up and stepping in. It was wonderful.
Yes, I learned a lot from this battery of Titans evaluations. I learned from every one of the evaluations, and the contest was really tight. We had to use the tiebreaker judge to decide, and everyone was within time, all including, of course, including Steffon. The evaluator who gets the bronze medal is Isaac Ford. Isaac Ford, I loved your evaluation, and a bunch of voters had you as first place. The second place goes to Ms. Michelle Peticolas. Also awesome, clever evaluation. And then the first place prize winner goes to Ms. Kimmy Avery, who also did a very elegant, compassionate evaluation.
So I'm confused. Who was first, second, third? I'm sorry.
Kimmy was first. Michelle got second, and Isaac got third.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
So
Thank
open
you.
up your
Congratulations.
everybody go, yay.
Yay!
Incredible job, you guys.
Yes, it was a fantastic competition.
And can
So
you
the
put that in the
next-
chat?
Ne-
The order of the contestants in the chat?
Alrighty.
That'd be great. Woo!
And the next competition, the next level is on March 10th, correct?
Right.
Yes,
March 10th at
at least
6
in
p.m.
the agenda I have, it still says March 3rd, but we have combined both the area evaluation and the area international speech contest into one on March 10th.
Yay. Good.
And the first place and second place are expected to be there in case something happens.
That is correct.
Okay,
Oh, thank you.
so it's March 3rd.
No,
and 6th.
no, it's March 10th. It's
March
all
10th.
in one contest.
Oh, okay.
That's because when we originally set them, we thought clubs could bring 2 contestants to the contest, and we were told that is not the case this year, that it will only be 1 contestant from each club. So there are 4 clubs in the area, and so we'll have 4 contestants in each
Okay.
contest.
Your hair looks great, Linda.
Thank you.
And all right, so I'd like to ask a couple of our guests about their experience. Z,
Yes, well, thanks for having me. I had a good time. I really enjoyed Steffon's speech. It was fun and he's full of energy and motivation. And I feel motivated as well from his speech and from his energy. And I also learned some really good techniques from all the contestants because I'll be participating in my own club as well. So it's a really good way for me to warm up. So thank you all for having me.
thank you, Z. And Mercy, how did you experience today? Did we lose Mercy? I don't see her. Okay. And is Dawn here? We lost Dawn. Natasha? I'm not seeing Natasha. Oh, because we're running. No, we're not running late, but Imgard?
She just had to sign off.
Okay.
Yeah, most of your guests are gone.
It looks like it. All right.
Oh no, Steffon, we want to ask him.
Yeah, Steffon, how was the today for you?
I find tonight's meeting very insightful. I really appreciate the evaluations, and I believe that with me adding those evaluations, I will improve my speech tenfold. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Great. Well, I want to congratulate all the contestants. What you didn't, well, maybe Michelle got to see this as the first one, but every single evaluation was different and was good to see because it reminds the rest of us about perspective and perception. It was beautiful. And that gives Steffon 6 different sets of tools for things that he can work into making this a signature speech if he'd like to. It was a clever speech, so I really appreciated it, Steffon. And with that, I think that's the end of our business meeting. Is anybody have anything else to add? We're good. Deb, one quick thing.
Today is my 1-year anniversary. I joined Heart to Heart last January. I can't believe it's only been 1 year.
Hey.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for you to step up and do something. Deb.
Yeah, you guys are like, as soon as I join, they start reeling us in.
We were so lucky to have you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Michael looks like she has.
So
a-
I'm going to officially close the
Oh,
meeting
mhm.
so we could end the recording. And then Michael Ann.
No, keep the recording on for a minute.
Okay.
Because since I wasn't able to be here, I am really looking forward to watching the video of this meeting, which I believe is going to be posted on YouTube sometime soon. Yes?
Well,
Just the speech.
actually,
Oh,
maybe
that's a good question.
well, because it was a competition, maybe we should just post the whole meeting.
why not?
Yeah.
Do that. We just need permission again. Don't want to post anything without it.
It was a great speech.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. That's all I wanted.
So Steffon, should we stop the recording now?
Yes.
Oh, I guess I can.
Oh, sorry, I could have done that.